Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fishing with Flair. Today I have a very important video for you guys, and it's going to be on how to get a sponsor. So a lot of people have been requesting this video. I've been meaning to do it for over a year now, but I'm glad I waited until now, until I got getting a sponsor, like the whole process. I kind of got the hang of it, and here I have a packet that I typed up for tips, and basically a list of things that sponsors look for or you should do it when you're acquiring a sponsorship with a company. So I came out with my own list, and I emailed that list to all my sponsors. There's I think 11 or 12 of them. Emailed to them and said, please look over this, and if there's anything you'd like to add, just send it to me. And as you can see, they had a lot of stuff to add. So this will be jam-packed full of useful information. I'll try to go through this as quick as possible, but I'll be thorough with it. And so please just watch the whole video if you really are looking to get a sponsor. So, first thing is building your resume. First, your resume should include information about yourself. Make it brief. You don't want to bore them with that kind of information. Second, which is the most important, which is what you can do for that company. Say what your resources are, whether you have a popular YouTube channel, you know the owner of a local tackle shop, etc., successful tournament fisherman, whatever it is. Basically tell them what you can do for them. Your tournament history, if you fish tournaments, if you place any high in them, if you fish like 20 tournaments a year, don't put every single tournament you've ever fished. Just do like the top 5 of like your career or whatever. Put other sponsors so they know you have experience with them. And the last thing would be your promotional resources, which is saying, like, basically what I said earlier, you make YouTube videos, you do seminars, you know a local tackle shop guy, whatever. So those are basically like the 5 things that need to be included into your fishing resume. And here I have a list of things that what companies look for in a person. It's someone that's dedicated, someone that's mature, professional, knowledgeable about their products, about the fishing industry, etc. Quick learner, so that you can learn about all of the product line that they offer. A people person. You have to be able to talk to the camera, talk to the person. You know, got to be able to do it all when it comes to that kind of stuff. Reliable. If you say you're going to go to a seminar and don't show up, that's not a good thing. Trustworthy. If they give you valuable information that you're not supposed to share with any other person about intels of how they make their products, that you need to be trustworthy. Experienced. This comes with experience, obviously, so if you don't have a sponsor, then this basically gets thrown out the window, but you can do other things such as volunteer for seminars and other stuff like that. Good spokesman, kind of like I said, you can't be too busy. You have to have time to invest. You can't work 40 hours, go to school, play baseball, play soccer, play basketball all in one, unless you have some extra time. More than likely you don't, so you need to make sure you have time to put into that company. Offer something of value. If you can't help sell or promote their products in any way, then you're no use to them. So sponsorship is useless as far as that goes. There's 3 things, 3 categories of people that sponsors kind of look for, or all of them. One is be a very successful in tournaments, win or place high in local, national, regional tournaments, or and be recognized as an advanced angler among the tournament trail people. Being able to put the logo on your jersey and people know that that's a good company to go look for their products. That's one person. Next is have a successful YouTube channel or social media page, which successful I would say is like maybe 500 or more, can be more or less. And your YouTube channel or media page, blog site needs to be dedicated to fishing, promoting, and be able to promote companies. Doesn't mean has to be about promoting companies, but it needs to be a platform that would bring that to be available. And last thing is know the owner of a local tackle shop. So, you know, Jim's bait shop down the street carries a bunch of lures, and you're good friends with Jim, so if you get sponsored, you'll be able to get Livingston lures in Jim's bait shop. That's something that sponsors will look to. So that's the other thing. And like I said, you can be all of these things. You can be successful in tournaments, have a YouTube channel, and know Jim's tackle shop, whatever. But you need to be at least one of those things to get a sponsor. And now here are some things to keep in mind. Some of it's redundant. Just try to kind of take notes and just remember these things. First and foremost, this is the key. It's what you can do for them, not what they can do for you. That is the most important thing. So don't go to them and say, you know, I'll promote your products, what can you do for me? Not even about. In my resume, I don't even say the word sponsorship in the entire thing. I act like I'm doing all this for free and hope they respond with some type of sponsorship opportunity. Next thing, it's all about who you know. Like I said, if you know Jim down the street, that's an in for you. An easy way to get product into the tackle shop, so that'll help you with sponsorships. A couple of my sponsors have come with me knowing someone that's sponsored by them, and they kind of like hooked me up with them. That's happened a few times. In your fishing resume, you must have proper grammar, formal lettering, and properly formatted. These are things my sponsors told me. This is not stuff I'm making up. A couple of them actually said resumes that don't have proper grammar or a proper format, whatever, don't even look into it no matter how good of a fisherman you are, because it's just, if you can't learn, if you don't know how to write and do that stuff, they don't know what else you don't know how to do. So make sure that stuff is key. Don't take any sponsorships for granted. What you put in is what you'll get out. So if you get a sponsorship of a company that's not real big and they send you a couple lures, or you buy a couple lures and you make a video here or there, don't expect them to give you money or give you a bunch of free base. If you make a video once a week, highly promoting them, Facebook posts, whatever, then if they should reward you. If people look up to you as an advanced angler before you're sponsored, once you get sponsored, those people will be more prone to buy your products. So don't make a YouTube channel, start off with your first video promoting someone like I did. I did that, I know, big mistake. Don't do that. Make a fishing video, YouTube channel, or whatever it is, and make people recognize you as an advanced angler. Let them know you know what you're talking about, and then start promoting people's products. That way they'll take your word for it versus they just think you're just promoting them because you're sponsored by them. And actually literally fishing is a small part of a sponsorship, unless you're one of those three type of people, that the one where tournament fishing is your basically motive of getting a sponsorship, kind of like KVD. Everyone knows who KVD is because he's a good sponsor, or not good sponsor, sorry, good fisherman. So that's how he kind of gets his sponsors. It's not because he has a successful YouTube channel. So it's more about sales and promotion. Like I said before, if you can't help them sell products or promote their products, then you're no use to them. Just because you're good at tournaments does not mean you deserve a sponsor. Act as if you're applying for a job. So act professional. Basically act like you're applying for a job. Kind of like I said, if you've done that, basically go through the same process. A sponsorship is just like a regular job. You start from the bottom and work your way up. Like I said, if you make a video once a week, you make a post a couple times a week, you go to a couple seminars here and there, they should reward you with product discounts, higher discount, whatever. But if you don't do anything, you make one unboxing video of the products they send you and then nothing, don't expect anything else from them. Worry about fishing first, and everything else will kind of fall into place. So if you prove yourself as a tournament fisherman, sponsorships should come much easier than trying to get a sponsor and then trying to get good at fishing. Being a 15 to 30%er is okay. If you guys have no idea what that means, a 15%er is someone that gets like 15% off a company's products, or 30% off, or anywhere in between. There's this guy that, it was kind of a thing Jojo Bars did with that, but it's okay. I think my lowest sponsor discount that I have is like 20%, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't save me a whole lot of money. Over time it will, and I would hope if I do a lot for them, they would increase that discount. So being, only getting 15 to 20% off is okay. Don't expect to get 75% off or something. Staying there, you can work your way up from there, so it's not a big deal. Let's see. And one other thing is, don't be afraid to quit a sponsorship. So if you get sponsored by a company, you get their products, go to the lake, and you put time and effort into them, and you just don't like the way they swim, don't like the way they float, whatever it is, and you just can't catch fish on them, don't be afraid to quit. Don't be like, well, they sent me free lures, so I feel obligated to do something like that. Yeah, that's true, but don't promote a company's products if you don't like using them. Otherwise, the sponsorship is just useless. Okay. Having a small amount of subscribers on YouTube, but with active engagement, which means, let's say if you have 100 subscribers and like 50 of them like your videos and talk to you, back and forth, that's active engagement. Versus if you have 1,000 subscribers and only 10 of them like your videos, comment on them, whatever, it's better to have less subscribers with more engagement than more subscribers with less engagement, because that means you can communicate and promote people's products and more people are listening. That was one important key that one of my sponsors wanted me to touch on. Okay, this one says, go above and beyond to demonstrate what you can do for the sponsor before approaching them. For example, create a video/social media post highlighting features of the product that that you can then share with the potential sponsor. So if you're looking to get sponsored by Rapala, don't just go ask them. Go buy a few of their crankbaits, few of this and that. Make some videos, make some Facebook posts. Go out and fish, take video of it, basically promote them as if you're sponsored by them before you even approach them, because you can say, this is what I can do for you. There's a difference between writing or typing that, I'll be able to, I'll make a video of me fishing and catching fish with your crankbait versus actually showing them. That's very important for you to do. And let's see. One of them says, just be respectful to fellow anglers. It goes a long way, farther than most people might think. Like I said, building relationships is key. Knowing someone that's sponsored by Strike King and that could possibly get you sponsored by Strike King or something like that is a big deal. So don't be disrespectful to anybody, because you never know how something will turn out. One says, businesses are in business to make money, not for charity. You must be able to show companies that you can sell their products, promote their brand, and be an asset to them. So if you can't show any of those things, then you're no use to them. They're not just going to give you free product just to give you free product. They're in business to make money. If you're lacking experience, this one just says, consider taking marketing classes. I make this video as the intent people are my age or younger, or maybe a tad older. I'm in high school, so I'm in a marketing class right now. But if you're in middle school or whatever, that your high school doesn't offer that, I would say, instead of taking a marketing class, just go do research online. Kind of go about it that way. Maybe ask one of your parents or teachers if they have any ideas of what you could do as far as that goes. One says, separate yourself from the rest. Companies get hundreds of sponsorship requests all the time, so you need to make something that makes you stand out, basically. Whether that's anything, having 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, winning a high school tournament, picture something that makes you stand out and makes them sit there and actually think about the resume that you're sending. It says, anglers with skills in photo editing, graphic work, video editing, and a sense of web presence, along with good interpersonal skills and tournament fishing, will be the deal when it comes to moving forward in the fishing industry for the next generation. So if you're looking not necessarily for sponsorships, but to get be successful in the tournament or the fishing industry, make sure that'd be a good thing to get into, is photo editing, graphic work, video editing, and be able to communicate with people well. That'll help you get farther along in this fishing industry. Have a professional resume, including photos, and do not take one of you holding a fish in cut off jeans and a tank top or whatever, cut off or something. Take it in a fishing jersey or a polo with khakis, something nice looking, makes you look real professional. That helps a lot. This one just says, being able to promote and push sales is what it's all about. Tournament fishing is just icing on the cake. It's just an added bonus. They might up if you win a regional tournament on their product, they might be like, all right, we'll give you an extra 10%, but you're not going to get that 30% based off of winning tournaments, is basically what they're saying, depending on if it's a national tournament or whatever. It says, if you want a sponsorship with a company, you should already be promoting them before you even ask them, which is what I touched on earlier. Being a consistent, good angler is just a great plus, icing on the cake, basically. Let's see. Being knowledgeable about the company's products before you even ask them. Like I said, be promoting them. Be promoting them before you even ask them for a sponsorship. Know the ins and outs of all their products before you even ask them. So that's it. I went through this. Hopefully this guide helps you get fishing sponsors. So that's it. Thanks for watching.